right, guys, so we got to talk about the Biden influences of America. Paid Biden influences, by the way, because, again, the only way that you can come out here and to stomp for Biden without being embarrassed, like completely embarrassed, is if you're getting paid for it, right? Which is what these guys are. They get paid for it. They're coping, right? They're coping really hard because there's a huge argument on the internet about Trump showing up to Nikki Haley's backyard at the Clemson-South Carolina football game, okay, in which Trump, obviously, because it's South Carolina, it's the South, this is a red state, like anybody with common sense knows that Trump showing up to that game, the crowd is going to go nuts. They're going to cheer him. But like every state in this country, you do have people who have a severe case of Trump derangement syndrome that will boo Trump, right? Even in a state like South Carolina, you have these people everywhere in this country, okay? It's an unfortunate reality. But again, using your common sense, they do not outnumber the number of people that absolutely love and adore President Trump. But again, that didn't stop the desperate Biden influencers from coping with this reality by basically trying to take a victory lap over the very, very, very small amount of people that actually booed Trump at that game. Take a look.
Man, this is too funny. Donald Trump got booed as he arrived at the Clemson-South Carolina college football game tonight. You gotta see it. Take a look at the clip. I mean, isn't that just fantastic? Shout out to everybody who is booing Donald Trump there. I love it. And look, that's South Carolina. That's a Republican state. That's Trump country at South Carolina Stadium. He should be getting applause there. But instead, people are booing him. I'm telling you, the American people are done with Donald Trump. The Republicans in Congress or the MAGA conservatives in the Republican media will tell you that Donald Trump is loved everywhere, but it's just not true. The American people are fed up with Donald Trump and his antics and the awful things he did to this country. I mean, this guy is facing over 700 years in prison for crimes he committed against the United States. Look, that's why he's getting booed. Donald Trump is a bad guy. That video is awesome.
As his Vans team assembled the people to then try to cheer for him, you can see him peering out pensively from his car as the boos rained down on him, waiting to pull away to where Chung and Miller were assembled with the fans that they had put right there. He's booed in Republican Iowa. Now he's booed in deep red South Carolina. And as I said, the popularity is a facade. And
yeah, so the popularity is a facade, according to these Biden influencers, okay, the paid ones, okay? And Trump is just disliked everywhere, right? He didn't receive any cheers or anything like that at the game, right? That never happened, right? It was nothing but boos, okay? Everybody booed him, okay? This is what they're saying. This is the code. However, you have liberal Politico here who even put out the headline saying that Trump draws cheers in Haley's backyard at Clemson, South Carolina football game, because even liberal Politico knows that in South Carolina, Trump is going to get way more applause than boos, which is exactly what happened if you actually look at the rest of the clips from that game and when Trump was there, that, you know, the liberal Biden influencers just conveniently left out. Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Does any of that look close to the way that the liberal Biden influencers framed it, right, in regards to the reception towards Trump? Again, that's not to say that there weren't some people at the stadium that were booing, okay? I mean, like, for example, the low T soy boy Clemson band, yeah, they were caught booing on the field. Yeah, so that being said, I think that the most accurate explanation for what happened at that game is that the reaction was probably mixed, mostly positive, probably 75% positive, 25% negative, which is probably what you would expect in a state like South Carolina. But again, when you look at the difference between Trump and Biden, it's not even a competition. At least with Trump, he can get a reaction, right? People actually have reaction, whether it's overwhelmingly positive or overwhelmingly negative. He can get a reaction. People actually care. But with Biden, on the other hand, okay, nobody gives a damn about Biden, right? And in fact, the people that do give a damn about Biden, they're actively protesting him everywhere that he goes, which, you know, hey, this is not people on the right, okay? These are people on the left. We're talking about his own supporters are literally protesting Biden everywhere he goes, because when he was in Nantucket for Thanksgiving, that's exactly what happened to him. He got protested, as literally nobody else cared about this man even being there. Take a look.
The oldest president in U.S. history also continues to face questions about his age, even here in Nantucket.
Mr. President, are you too old to be running for re-election?
Stupid.
Why is Donald Trump beating you in the latest poll?
Mind leaning over too much. I appreciate it.
Well, we have been trapped on the porch. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
How you doing, Mr. President?
Good hat.
Appreciate that, yeah. USS Nantucket.
Appreciate your service. Good to see you guys.
Have a good day.
Bless you, Mr. President. Have a good lunch.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what you guys understand, the paid Biden influencers are taking a victory lap over the fact that Trump went to South Carolina and got overwhelmingly cheered. Okay, people loved him. The crowd erupted when this man walked into the stadium. Okay, you saw it on footage, but you had a few people booing him, right? You had a few liberals, Trump deranged liberals, and soy boys, low T types booing him. You had just a few of them, and they're taking a victory lap over this. Oh, this is proof that Trump is not that popular. His popularity is a facade, right? While their guy, Joe Biden, okay, is in Nantucket, okay, a place that is overwhelmingly probably friendly towards Democrats, right? Probably pretty liberal. He's getting booed and heckled in the streets, okay? He can't even shop without being accused of genocide, okay, by his own people, by his own voters, okay? At least the people that were booing Trump are not his own people, right? The people that were booing Trump, again, are the liberals that live in that state. The people that were booing Biden are his own people. But yet these people, right, are trying to take a victory lap claiming, oh, Trump was booed, right? This means that everything you see is fake, right? Everything you see is fake. All the popularity that Trump had is fake. Again, this is massive copium, okay? They are high off the copium, okay? So the reason why they're coping is because, again, even outlets like Politico, that's overwhelmingly liberal, know that the writing's on the wall for Joe Biden. The polls continue to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, okay? You guys already know the latest polls have basically shown that if the election was held today, that Trump would win in damn near a landslide.
Show Trump leading nationally. Let's take a closer look.
I mean, you know what? They're too big to ignore. And the margin, obviously, it was in the margin of error. Nothing's insurmountable a year out.
Yeah, so if the election were held today, it's showing that Joe Biden would only get 44%, but Donald Trump is still at 46%, right. Brian. This is a drop from that 51%, and that's NBC.
And NBC, he's never been leading in the NBC poll. And we'll break it down. You'll see the battleground states. Among voters 18 to 34, usually bad news for a Republican nominee, even if it's younger than Donald Trump. Not bad news right now, and that has a lot to do with this Israeli-Hamas war. The president's on the right side of this, but a third of his party is for the Palestinian Hamas cause, which is more than a little scary. Remember what happened at the DNC headquarters a couple of days ago? They hurt 6 cops raiding the DNC headquarters full of Democrats, and these are left-wing Democrats attacking Democrats, hurting police officers.
So, Brian, as you said, it's the war, but it's also being let down when it comes to the student loans. He said he was going to forgive them. He went through the process. It was illegal. The Supreme Court said you can't do that. Voters are holding him accountable.
And by the way, the student loan thing is a big farce because you alienate a ton of people who got into the trades or paid off their loans or went a different direction. Why are you paying off other people's loans in just one age bracket? This is the key. Independence. It's the only portion of the electorate that keeps growing. Independence. And look at this.
Only 30%.
Disapproval, 63%. All right.
These are the people that got him elected, by the way, and he's lost them. Let's go to the New York Times. Now, in Nevada, swing state up by 10 points. Donald Trump is. Michigan up by 5.
Can I just stop here a second? This is going to be key because abortion is going to be on the ballot in Nevada. That could be the balancing point. But the fact that Trump is up by 10 there is significant. It shows he has a little bit of room.
Well, and to your point, Brian, Donald Trump has a little bit of a different message than the other candidates has been running on abortion. He's saying, look, you got to be realistic here. You got to get voters there. Passing national bans just isn't going to work.
Jim Crow 2.0, right? The people of Georgia know better. Stacey Abrams is not the governor. Kemp trounced her. And Trump's now leading by 6, despite being sued by the district attorney there, because evidently he wasn't happy with that turnout. I heard he had a problem with the last election. We're going to follow up on that story.
Real quickly, Brian, the issue that got Donald Trump elected the first time, he's leading on that issue by 12 points. And then on the national stage, with everything that's going on, 12 points there as well.
Right. And you see what he said, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. He's all in for Israel. He's starting to pull back on that a little bit. But the fact that he's all in for Israel, alienating other people, national security, Trump is trouncing big time. On immigration, I thought it was be even more.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that, okay? The Biden influencers can cope all they want. They can get happy and cheer about Trump getting booed or whatever, right, by a few soy boy liberals. But the reality is this. Your guy Biden, no matter where he goes, people really don't give a damn about him. And the people that do give a damn about him being there, they basically are accusing him of genocide. And these are the same people that are Democrat Party voters, which is extremely important, right? That is actually much more important that Joe Biden's getting booed by his own people. And the people that do support him there, that aren't booing him, they don't give a damn about him, right? So they're not excited about the guy, okay, or they're booing him. That's basically the reaction to Biden. At least with Trump, he gets some boos, but he gets a lot more applause and cheers, okay? Again, I think it's better to get cheers and boos than no reaction and boos, right? I'm just saying, if I had to choose one, give me the cheers and boos over no reaction and just boos, right? That is what Joe Biden gets, is no reaction and just boos. So again, the copium here is hilarious, okay? Watching these people take a victory lap because they've continued to lose and lose and lose when it comes to their guy Biden and the fact that his popularity is in the tank. again, it's just so funny, right? It's really hilarious, okay? These guys know that the writing's on the wall, and this is why they're taking a victory lap over this petty, you know, kind of story here about a few people at this football game booing Trump when overwhelmingly the crowd loved the guy. Again, it's hilarious. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.